Hey there, folks. Thank you for checking out this first part in a multi-part video series for LGBTQ History Month. My name is Brandy Berdaniak, and I am many things. Here at Avison Young, I'm the Director of ESG for North America. In life, I am of Ukrainian and Newfoundlander descent and a proud pansexual and wife to a trans woman who I will tell you a little bit more about later. Oh, and I'll jargon alert myself. So pansexual meaning the emotional attraction towards people of all genders or regardless of their sex or gender identity. Fun, right? I don't know if you like history. I find it a little sterile and overwhelming myself sometimes. But dare I say these videos might just be fun. So if you're willing to come along this ride with me, I really do hope you find them intriguing, interesting, and spur you on with a sense of wonder and hope. When it comes to my role here at Avison Young as Director of ESG for North America, what could this possibly have to do with my role? Well, we know that social value intersects with social movements. And the more we know, the better we can serve our clients and the communities in which we do business. Well, today, let's talk about the LGBTQ plus acronym. It's the most common term or arrangement of these letters used in North America, but you'll see all sorts of variations. Generation Xers may remember the community being referred to as GLBT in early days, which trips right off my tongue. But when the gay rights movement started, there was a strong focus on men's issues, while lesbians and trans people, although integral, were underrecognized and still continue to be underrecognized today. Even though the GLBT community was supposed to be an inclusive one, gay bars in big cities catered to gay men. And lesbians and transgender folks were constantly not permitted or safe in those spaces. There was certainly a great amount of harassment that occurred in those bars, which created a real divide throughout the community and kept lesbians on the sideline of the fight, when many felt there should have been a unified community. And we still continue to do this unification within our own community today. So remarkably, we saw a shift in LGBTQ or towards LGBTQ to honor the important role that the lesbian community played in the care and treatment of gay men who were suffering from AIDS. Lesbians, well, let's be clear, suffering from AIDS throughout the 80s, 90s, and continue through to today. Lesbians were at the forefront of helping gay men access testing and medical care. They organized mass blood donation drives, provided food and shelter, and stepped into nurse the ill when many healthcare professionals refused to treat AIDS patients with care, respect, and dignity. Although our community was in desperate need of it, gay men were prohibited from donating blood, and lesbians were under no such restrictions. And so Wendy Sue, Nicolette Ibarra, and Barbara Vick helped pull together the year after I was born. They helped pull together what's called the Blood Sisters First Blood Drive on July 16th, 1982, at the San Diego Blood Bank on UPass Street in Hillcrest. For any of you watching from San Diego, I'm sure you're familiar with this area. So though Vic didn't expect much of a response, close to 200 women showed up. And the willingness of lesbians to support gay men in their time of need sparked a closer relationship between lesbians and gay men. This increased camaraderie led to a rise in their willingness to organize together. And so I'm not sure exactly who made the decision, but this became a distinct moment in history in 1983 to place the L before the G. And it's still about love and compassion. And from a two-spirit perspective, so that 2S, so in Canada, we're starting to see 2S LGBTQ more often, and that has to do with two-spirit communities. So that refers to Indigenous people who express their gender or sexual identities as different from others. And I need to be clear, not all Indigenous individuals identify as or recognize two-spirited peoples, but most two-spirited individuals identify as Indigenous. And so we see it come up more and more around truth and reconciliation here in Canada. And the reason that it precedes the L in LGBTQ here in Canada is because our Indigenous populations predate the colonial mindset. And we'll get into that. I may refer to the collective as the queer community, or for the individual, the specific terminology, if I'm talking about some historic figure. Yeah. For the purposes of these conversations and these videos, we've come to a bit of a social agreement for shared language so that I don't stumble nearly as much, that I probably will jump between LGBTQ plus and 2S LGBTQ plus just because it's how it falls out of my mouth, and how oftentimes within the communities that I circulate in that we refer to ourselves and one another. And it's still about love and compassion. It's still about our ability to care for our friends and chosen family who may be overlooked by society. And it's also about our willingness to ease the pain and suffering of those around us, even if they're different from us. And it's also a great reminder of the good we are capable of doing and all the work we still have to do. It's a loaded few letters, but it does really speak to a strong, robust history very few of us are taught. So be sure to check out the next video where we talk about even more queer history.
Baby, you can too. If I can slide, you got no excuse. If I can smile.